What's going on, everybody? This is Lady Luck here again. Okay, here's a topic that must be discussed. I get a lot of questions about the direction of my channel here in the LLC. I have two channels, by the way. The second channel was originally created for music reactions for hip hop and rap music. And then I started this main channel about 4 years ago for just standard music reactions. And so, of course, I was blessed to have the support and the subs that I have now. And I can tell you all, it was just an act of God to be able to build up, from zero to 20,000 supporters within 5 or 6 months when I first started my channel. And it's not an easy feat at all. So it's definitely a blessing to be able to do that. But this whole thing with UMG is one of the main reasons why my channel had to go in a different direction. It's almost as if music reactors, and content creators that give full analysis and breakdowns on music are about to be rendered obsolete on YouTube. And I think TikTok, maybe Instagram. It's a few platforms that UMG is thinking about purchasing and buying out to control the music rights, which would be pushing away content creators and reactors that actually help to promote and give free publicity to these artists. What in the world does UMG have to gain other than more money and power by taking over and monopolizing the music industry just to take down videos and channels that are actually promoting the artist and for little to nothing? I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't get paid a whole lot of money to do my videos like that. I still have a regular job during the day. I have a whole life. I have a family. So when I did my music reactions, I did them as just to be natural and free flowing as possible because I didn't even have time to put in edits into videos and still have to juggle and maintain a regular job and work, just work life balance with my kids and my family. I didn't have time to do that. So this is the reason why I had to stop doing music reactions because my videos were either being, you know, having the copyright content put on them because I guess I didn't pause and break every 5 or 6 seconds, which some people are able to do that and circumvent the whole scanning process. When you're uploading your videos, YouTube scans it to see if there's any copyrighted, content in it. Even if you put a filter on, if you're pausing and doing all those things, some are able to be able to still post up content, and some, like myself, may not even have the time to do that. So it's not like music reactors and content creators, especially where I was blessed to be able to build the support that I have doing those reactions. It's now at a point where it's impossible to do them or it becomes futile because the videos are now being blocked or struck down. Not even just a copyright claim anymore. They're striking videos down. And if you get 3 strikes, you lose your whole channel. You have to fight with YouTube, file appeals and disputes, and do all these things, you know, and the time, the energy that it takes to even build a platform to get to 25,000 subscribers is not an easy feat. There are over a billion users on YouTube alone. And many people have channels, many people have content. You have a lot of people that do it full time, it's their only income source. You have independent artists that market their music on these platforms. And UMG is literally sitting here saying, you know what, we're just going to ruin many, many, many lives and livelihoods all in one stroke. Now people are facing their channels being struck down because UMG wants to control all of all of the music. They want it all, as if the money and power that they already have is somehow not enough. They have some of the biggest artists on the planet signed to their label. What more do you all want at UMG? What more could you possibly ask for other than to put a whole wrench in millions of people's livelihoods that actually create content that are independent artists and they don't have any other source of income? And you're forcing people away from the music industry. It's not going to just hurt content creators and reactors, it's also going to hurt the artists. We're free publicity. You would think UMG and their attorneys will figure that part out because it's just logic and common sense. No, too much like right. So, shout out to this content creator by the name of the Black Alpha. Make sure you guys go check out his channel below and like his video and subscribe if you enjoying this content. Make sure you hit the like button here on this video as well. Let's keep these videos in the algorithm because yes, we do content because we want people to watch it. Otherwise, what would be the point of doing content? I think it's a flawed concept to say, well, y'all just do this for views. Well, that's the purpose of having the channel because we're sharing content and information, commentary, our ideas and thoughts, and creating discussion and dialogue so that others can engage in it. Otherwise, what is the purpose of doing a YouTube channel if no one's watching it? Or if your videos are being taken down and you don't see the content anyway? Or you having to worry about your whole channel being taken down because you got 3 strikes. So this is one thing that I always try to tell, LLC supporters. I loved doing those music reactions. It was truly for the passion and love of music, as well as wanting some, underrated independent artists to get all of the attention that they deserved. And however I could help to bring exposure to their music, it was an honor and it was absolutely fun to do it. And now it is becoming very, very difficult to do because I would be at risk of losing the channel. And then what would be the purpose of still trying to do music reactions if you guys can't even see the videos in the first place? So it does suck. But these are the obstacles that music reactors and content creators are having to now face and go through, all because a record label doesn't know how to, at the very least, allow content creators and music reactors to help put their artist's music out on the forefront. It's so stupid. Or you would have to go through them and get permission from them, which, how is that going to go? Everybody's not going to get the full permission from UMG to be able to do music reactions. So how are they going to decide who gets, you know, uh, uh, some sort of approval or green light to react to their artists? How are they going to decide that? It's as if they don't know that there are what, a billion users on YouTube. Whether you're content creators or you have a channel just to enjoy content creators, there are a billion people easily using YouTube. So how are they going to determine? Yeah, you get a pass, but you don't. We're going to approve for you to be able to react, but not you. How does this go? They're not thinking none of this through, and it's so dumb. Once again, we are free publicity for your artist. There are a lot of artists that I have discovered from music reaction videos, not because I knew that this artist existed. So let's just check out this video because this is a compilation. And I did leave a comment below asking if I could use this video, as a part of Um, my thoughts on this whole ridiculous issue notion of UMG striking reactors. Like it's so is this over Drake? Because if it is, this has got to be the dumbest strike war ever. Because of one artist that UMG should have already dropped by now. Why the hell he can't go and get another label or start his own? He got the money. You really have UMG. You really have Drake controlling how you operate as a company. Really? At some point, the United States of America would love to just send his ass back to Canada because this has not the last time this came up, it was quickly, you know, shot down. But no, 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 because a rapper couldn't handle, you know, being able to just write a song, I guess, and handle Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, no, we got the whole deal with his tantrum because there is no way anyone will assume that this is not somehow related to Drake's lawsuit, where he's trying to just go after everybody because he doesn't like a song. You're rich. You have millions and millions of dollars coming in. You could literally retire and, if you're smart, live off of that money you have for the rest of your life. Go sit down somewhere. Where's his mother? Go to your room, Drake. All right, let's check this out.
Is this the end of music reaction videos?
UMG attempting to create a monopoly in the music, entertainment, and social media sphere.
This is not some fucking like clickbaity title shit.
I got I forget, 10 takedown notices with potential strikes.
What? Oh, before we get to
Quality Reacts. Shout out to Quality Reacts. He's such a sweetheart. Every time I'm able to catch his live, he does nothing but show love to other content creators and reactors. And he is definitely entertaining and funny. And he's absolutely my favorite reactor. I enjoy Knox Hill. I've actually reacted to some of his music as well. When I was heavily doing reactions on my second channel, Tommy G Raw and Real, which is now dedicated to just being a Tommy G clipper, because I mean, once again, reacting to hip hop and rap music on that second channel was being blocked. No one was able to see the videos, so it is discouraging. But to render music reactors obsolete when you have millions of people that enjoy breakdowns and being able to discuss music and songs and just as pure entertainment. That's what it's there for. It's there for our entertainment. You have people that have immense talent that utilize these platforms to push their music and their creativity out, and UMG is saying no, don't do that because reasons. So Knox Hill is another great music reactor, as well as an independent artist who does fantastic breakdowns. Quality is my favorite because he's just funny, entertaining, and he's such a sweetheart. But Cliff Beats is another. And these people are at risk of losing. I know Knox Hill and Cliff Beats are definitely at risk of losing their entire channel. This is insanity, UMG. Tell Drake to kick rocks.
Let's do a quick crash course into how the YouTube copyright system works. I make a video breaking down an artist's song, I upload and publish it. Well, then the label, aka UMG, looks at it and goes, hey, you use our artist's song. And they'll deliver a copyright claim on that video. Or in more recent cases, they'll deliver a takedown notice and a copyright strike. Now, you may look at it and go, well, hang on, what I'm doing is fair use. I have legal grounds. I have the right to appeal this. And you go through the appeal process. But that's where YouTube fails its content creators. Because once you fill out the form, once you send that appeal, it's not YouTube who decides your case. It's not YouTube who reviews your claim. It's not even a third-party agency who looks at it legally, who looks at it and can weigh in from a non-biased perspective. No, your claim and your appeal goes directly to the person or the agency or business who made the claim against you.
UMG! has a monopoly on the game.
27 new strikes on his channel.
Universal Music Group is aiming to buy out every single sister company and distribution company on social media. That goes for TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, anything you can think of. They're trying to buy everything and monopolize the internet right now.
Reaction channels react to music. Okay. Reaction channels have helped a resurgence and reemergence in a lot of music.
This is why I've been telling y'all how tough it is to just do music reactions.
So where does that leave this channel? Well, I've been wading these waters for years. I've been in constant threat of dealing with claims, of dealing with strikes, of possibly having my channel removed. And I've managed to navigate these very shaky waters, but I've managed to.
Well, see, and that's, you know, for me personally, having a regular job and work-life balance and kids, I don't have time to just sit and edit a music reaction video. And, you know, you got to pause and break in between and try to find a way to circumvent the system and then still hope that your video does not get a copyright claim or even worse, a strike. 3 strikes and your channel is gone. All that hard work you put into, you know, building the platform and then the content itself. And it's gone after 3 strikes. This is what, you know, it is so difficult and it's almost discouraging to do music reactions now. I don't even want to touch music because you won't be able to see the video if it's taken down either way. You won't be able to see it. So this is what I hope that, you know, I can say for myself in the Lady Luck Club, my supporters. I hope you guys understand this is not just something that is, you know, hard for me to do. Now it's affecting, you know, platforms across the board. And these content creators have more subscribers than I do. Knox Hill has like 1 point some million. You know, Cliff Beats, I think he's either 6 figures or up in the millions at least. Quality Reacts certainly is what, well over 30,000, I think. You know, I'm trying to get to 27, 28,000. I'm trying to hit 30,000. I'm trying to get to 50,000 supporters. It's not easy to do when all of your content is either being claimed or just taken down. And yes, YouTube will pay money once you're monetized. And it's definitely worth, you know, the work you put into it. If you have the number of subs, the views, the engagement, if all of those factors are in place, you know, and this dumb algorithm that YouTube has, which still to me is BS, but whatever, that keeps your content at the forefront, then you have a better chance of generating more revenue. You can get sponsorships, you can get, you know, product deals, all these things that can add to the revenue, plus the supers with the super thanks, chat, stickers, you know, and then of course, people are always welcome to, you know, give contributions on other, you know, through other sources like Cash App and Zelle, you know, or Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee. There are ways to be able to generate, you know, the extra revenue, which goes towards, for me, goes towards the channel itself. I have to pay for StreamYard, I have to pay for the internet, you know, the equipment that I have, the $400 studio, as I call it. I was blessed with my supporters, you know, having my back and helping to either give me Amazon gift cards or bless me with the actual item being ordered, just so that I could have, you know, proper equipment to do, you know, good quality videos itself. So it's also an investment that goes into this. And it sucks when you get something like UMG trying to come in and say, well, if you're reacting to this music, we're just gonna take down your channel and your videos, and we're not gonna care about all that work you put into it. Knox Hill has been at this for what, 19 years on YouTube? He's an independent artist. If they sit here and take down his channel and he has 1.58 million subs, what do you think they'll do to a little channel like mine? Yeah, I mean, this to me is a blessed big channel. But, realistically speaking, we're just talking about numbers here. He has 1.58 million subs. That is his main source of income. You don't work that hard to still have a regular job on the side and then a channel where you are getting, probably 5 and 6 figure checks. But UMG is not smart enough to realize that we're free publicity for their artists. Then, this is madness. This is insanity. And they shouldn't exist as a company if they're not smart enough to realize that basic fact that we're free publicity for their artists. So they're pushing people away from the music industry. And yes, a lot of people discover artists through music reaction. I know I personally have. There are a lot of artists that I've discovered by watching other content creators do music reactions. I wouldn't know that these artists exist if it weren't for music reactors. And they want to drive all that away because UMG is being dumb. This is insanity.
Find a way to survive and to keep the channel floating. That is until recently. Now, I warned of this as one of the possible repercussions of the Drake and Kendrick lawsuit. And the fact that reactors were being named in the lawsuit, the fact that the whitelisting and allowing reactors to monetize a music release was being used as evidence in court, and what it could possibly lead to in terms of the labels just really cracking down on reaction channels, on breakdown channels.
I'm gonna be real to y'all, bro.
They
shouldn't take knocks. I'm pretty sure something gonna happen. I have a link to a petition that should be in the description or the comment section. I have it pinned. Be sure to sign that petition if you rock with reactors, bro.
Which is why some people come on my channel and say, hey, why don't you play the music? Well, I'm monetized on all my content. You know what I'm saying? This is my gig. I'm an artist, songwriter.
Once again, people do this for a living. I'm not at that point yet, but I pray I get blessed to get to that point. But I had to take a hard pivot, and it's almost, it really does suck to have to tell my supporters I can't do music reactions. But this is why. If you can't see the video, it's as if I didn't do it either way. Except if I do the music reaction video and I'm playing the music, now I'm at risk of getting not only a takedown, but possibly losing my entire channel altogether. And I don't wish that on anyone. I know my supporters would not want that to happen. It was hopefully and prayerfully they still, find some enjoyment in the other content. But this is why people are walking away en masse from doing music reactions in general. It's not that we don't want to play the music, but we can't risk losing our entire platforms, and some can't risk losing it when it's their only source of income. I mean, why should working on having a platform and being basically your own boss with YouTube be any different than any other job when over 1 billion people are using YouTube in general? You got companies that sit and they, help push their product through music, reactors through just content creators in general. So this stuff is cyclical. It's like a cycle of economics here. And it becomes mutually beneficial when the reactors are able to creatively react to music and help to create dialogue about the artists, about the songs, the lyrics, the beats, everything in between. And then it helps to keep the artist out in the forefront. And then, of course, the artist also does well with revenue because people will go buy their music and so forth and so on. And it just goes in a cycle. And UMG is saying, well, it's not broken, but we're going to break it anyway. It's so ridiculous. As a matter of fact, the biggest flaw is what Knoxville just said. When you have a copyright claim and you go and dispute it, that dispute goes to the record label or the individual that put the claim on your video. So how does that happen? I mean, you no third party impartial, objective view on any of that, YouTube just, and it's so quick to want to take down people's videos and all this other stuff, and it could be a bogus copyright claim. Might not even be legitimate, but they're just quick to act and just to do it, and they don't really vet that process thoroughly. So it ends up hurting us even the more. And it's a headache, because if you can't, like I said, if I do the reaction video but you can't see it, then it's as if I didn't do it. And yes, even with, you know, those homemade recorded videos and stuff, they're scanning for the music, people. They don't care if you're getting off of Vivo versus someone sent a video from a concert they recorded and got a snip of. It doesn't matter. They are picking up the music in your video. And it sucks. It really does. Because I enjoy listening to great music, but I can't do the reactions because I'm going to lose the whole channel. I have 2 channels. I'll lose them both if I get back to doing reactions like this. And then I know I don't have time to sit here and pause every 3 or 4 seconds. That 3-minute song will become a 45-minute ordeal. And we all have ADHD and want to sit and watch a long video. So let me keep going so I can keep this one short and sweet myself.
And YouTube creator. I don't do free work.
This is something
there
else.
will no longer be reaction channels. There will no longer be any using of any music of any sorts unless you are paying them or you have some type of deal with Universal Music Group.
When you try to
Crazy
combat
part is,
these
how do they
things with a
determine it?
dispute or appeal, now these people are striking your channel.
They flag your content. They freaking take the money. They flag the content. They also try to block the visuals.
And unfortunately, in recent weeks, I've noticed that UMG has become just incredibly aggressive with its copyright system.
To me, it's stupid. One of the best ways and the most effective ways in 2025 is for your artists to get promotion is us.
Exactly.
We are the new promoters. We are the new radio stations. We are actually the new TV. They don't even know how to even categorize content creation, podcasts, and all that right now, because don't nobody watch TV no more.
Your independent artists, their distribution companies that they work with are going to be forced and purchased by Universal Music Group as well.
I have to be honest. I have to look at this from not only the perspective of a reactor or a creator, but also as an owner.
Yep.
Right? Because if I own all this,
and think about this, YouTube is going to lose a lot of users because people are going to go to Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee and other platforms where they can upload and do music reaction videos. I have to tell you all, you know, as a reminder, I have a day job. I still have a 9 to 5. So it is a juggling act to do the content that I'm currently doing, or even with the music reactions on my channel. It's still time consuming. So to see all that time wasted in doing a reaction video and enjoying the song and the music, only to have, you know, the video taken down, it's infuriating. It's infuriating. And you start to feel kind of defeated, you know, at this. But YouTube is not even smart enough to realize people are going to start leaving the platform, which means that YouTube LLC will lose money as well. Because that's how that works, YouTube LLC. If people are not using your platform, you're going to lose revenue. I don't know why you thunkheads cannot seem to understand that very simple concept, YouTube LLC and the attorneys. It's simple. You don't allow the record label to monopolize the entire music industry, knowing that people are not going to want to stay on your platform. If they still want to react to music, they're going to go create a Patreon account or something. And I literally don't have, personally, I speak for myself, I don't have enough time to juggle 2 and 3 and 4 different platforms, especially when the major ones are somehow under question to be purchased by UMG. If you take TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube alone, I mean, the only thing that's left is Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee. Now people got to go, you know, to a paywall website type thing, as opposed to YouTube thinking about its bottom line and actually try to stay in business here and fight back, because it hurts their bottom line as well. You will cease to exist as a company, YouTube LLC, if you don't have users. So this is just getting dumb now. And UMG is doing all this because of Drake. Will y'all please just ship his ass back to Canada? All his cult followed leaders and worshipers can go with him. Bye. We won't even think twice. This is insanity.
This catalog, and people are doing whatever they want with it. Yes, that does create challenges. We are promoting your shit. So without people promoting your shit, and you're not necessarily paying us, which is being proven in your lawsuit. Excuse me, in the lawsuit where Drake sued y'all. But y'all are getting free promo, free marketing from content creators.
Exactly.
So I believe there's two things missing. One, the infrastructure of YouTube should have a more relevant sharing, like some type of fair use sharing for reaction channels. Yes. And two, the labels need to get on board.
UMG is still tied into the fact that the clips had to get away from Def Jam to try to get the album to even drop or block Kendrick Lamar's verse. UMG is still greedy.
Normally it was a claiming system. Now they're really starting to abuse and to use copyright strikes and take down notices as a weapon to just mute out creators. I've honestly never seen such a shift in tactics from them. And unfortunately, my channel is one of those in the firing line. This Friday, I have 3 copyright strikes that are due to hit my channel. Now, these aren't claims. These are actual takedown notices and strikes that are due to be served on my channel this Friday.
That's a copyright claim right now. Who claimed this? This is probably UMG. SEC details. Who claimed that? UMG. Perfect example. That's UMG. But this is not a strike. It just says this video cannot be monetized. And this video can't be seen in some territories. Usually it's Belarus and Russia. Yep, Belarus and Russia. They limited ads, limited.
This is insane.
Look at that, boy. All them limited. Y'all should definitely be donating to the channel because I'm risking it.
Well, see, that's the thing. And I personally, I just encourage everybody to hit the like button and subscribe to keep the videos in the algorithm. But I have memberships, that people can, purchase, and that also supports the channel. There's ways to donate that supports the channel. But for me, I can say this. It's hard for me to ask for money like that, as far as contributions and stuff from my supporters. It's hard to do that because I know what it's like to not have a lot of financial resources. Right now I'm broke as hell. I'm on a tight budget. It's hard times for everybody. But this is one of the reasons why content creators like myself, I want to be able to generate the revenue off of my videos. And then, if I'm blessed to get contributions from LLC supporters, then that's just a blessing. It's extra, but it's not the only way I'm getting, the revenue here. But like I said, it's an investment. I have to pay for certain services to be able to do videos, to do content. StreamYard is not cheap. The Xfinity Comcast be like that. That's I don't have cable. I just have internet, and that's $70 a month. StreamYard, I think, is like $45-$50 a month. I could easily post receipts on this stuff, but this stuff isn't cheap. And there are so many users and content creators. It's hard to deliver anything less than at least good quality video content, so that people can enjoy it. And they want to sit here and say, no, we're just going to take, we're going to take down these videos because of reasons. All because of Drake whining and crying. When UMG could just drop his ass off the label. What are we doing here? Why is he dominating and putting a tight hold on the entire music industry? Because your artists are going to start suffering for it. And then it's just stupid. What is the logic again? UMG?
It all.
Y'all see me all the time say, hey man, whitelist your boy. Well, They really trying to blacklist niggas.
Yeah.
Just this morning, I got smacked with about 27 strikes. I'm in the middle of fighting them right now. Like I said, I just talked to BP. He's in Belgium right now with AR. I was trying to give them a warning, a heads up early this morning, and we were kind of laughing and joking and shit. And he said, "Yo, Cliff, thanks for the heads up." He just started getting smacked too. Every artist is getting smacked. Every reactor is getting smacked. I'm trying to give you a heads up right now.
I think it's exactly what you say.
This
because,
is crazy.
See, independent artists notice this, and I'm shouting them out right now because they're real ones. Token. He sent me an email. He said, "Bro, you fill out this form. You fill out this form. You're gonna get paid for these reactions you do." I'm like, he didn't have to do that. That's the real one. I'm doing his whole album.
Chris Webby's on that.
When you're gone, I'm doing his whole album.
Yeah.
Chris Webby, real one.
I reacted to Chris Webby. I reacted to Token. I reacted to NF. I reacted to Knox Hill. And then even some of the bigger artists like Kendrick Lamar. I don't like Drake, so he can kiss my ass. But I reacted to so many. I mean, Eminem. I reacted to so many artists. It's Twister. I mean, I could go to Nas. I can go down a list on my second channel, just hip hop and rap music. On my main channel, I mean, from Adam Lambert to Morissette to Dimash, international artists, Gabriel Enrique. I react to so many artists that people enjoy. Supporters here enjoy the content. And to say, well, none of that means anything, and we don't care that you're supporting our artists, it makes no sense. Once again, how does UMG go about granting some access to be able to react, but not others? What if they only grant, the ability to do music reactions to the larger YouTube channels? Then what happens with the smaller ones? I mean, do we have to have a minimum sub here to be able to do this? How are they going to go about doing that? Because then they can't really discriminate and say, nope, we're only going to, if you only have 100,000 subs or more, those are the only ones we're going to give permission to. Because how are the channels that have less than that going to continue to grow if they want to continue to do music reaction videos? How is this going to be decided? What is their method to granting people the opportunity to do music reactions to their artists now with UMG? This is such sloppy work. UMG hasn't thought about a damn thing. And it's infuriating. You guys can always hit the like button and subscribe, and make sure you grab a membership. Please grab a membership.
But Ren is Ren talks to all them behind the scenes.
Ren, real one.
So,
Ren is
in
another
my opinion, some of the orators of this is Ren and Harry Mack.
UMG don't even allow you to let songs play longer than 3 seconds.
Reaction channels have always operated in a gray area when it comes to fair use and copyright.
Anything that YouTube said about fair use is a lie.
Yep.
No fair use. UMG is rough. It narrowed down to like 3 for me.
Yeah, call them bitches. You're not saying enough. I'm gonna tell you what's going on, right? They some bitches. I bet this got something to do with Drake. This shit ain't never happened to Drake. It's something with Drake and the lawsuit. It's something happening where they trying to make it seem like they fighting back against content creators. Why? Drake sued because y'all, because I wasn't even reacting to the shit at the time.
Yeah, where you going, Black Alpha? What's the name? The Black Alpha. He has 14,000. He has a little bit over 14,000 subs. So this is what I'm saying. You got channels like this that may not even have 20,000 that are putting out these music reactions. And if they lose that, I mean, all that hard work just to get to that point, they lose their channels, then what? I get that Knox Hill will definitely have a lot more to lose, along with Cliff Beats and let's see, No Life Shack. There's a lot of huge content creators that have built their platform on just reacting to music. And UMG is saying, F that. We don't care. Because reasons. So this is insanity.
Screwface. I'm snitching. No, I'm bugging. Screwface, Knox, the bigger YouTubers. What's his name? No Life Shack.
Yeah.
Some more motherfuckers. Casa Not. They were the ones that were monetizing, and that was in Drake's lawsuit. He didn't sue them, but he did mention them in the lawsuit that they were able to monetize it. So now this may be a pushback to make it seem like, I don't know. Is Drake shit still valid? Maybe this is just a way for UMG to say
his feelings were never valid. And I wish to God Canada would take him back. We're willing to ship Drake to you along with all of his sycophants. Please take them back. Oh, Canada. Take him back. Return to sender. Where is his mother? Go to your room.
Hey, we went after people and we threatened to take down their channel. Maybe Drake will go away. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Drake is the one who came out and accused UMG of allowing reactors to monetize and freely react to Kendrick's disses. That is a major part in his loss.
So what, Drake? So what? You're rich, you idiot. You're a multi-millionaire. People reacted to his music as well, and it was monetized. What is the deal? Other than him getting mad about a diss track. Who the fuck cares if he gets mad about a diss track? Why is UMG giving him that much power over them? To do all of this? Jesus Christ.
Lawsuit where he is trying to tell the U.S. government that UMG is practicing an illegal activity by allowing reaction channels, reactors, and YouTube creators to react to those disses that were put out on him, while completely overlooking the fact that he also lifted his copyright constraints the same way.
So I don't know if you guys remember or not. Back when Drake and Kendrick had that big beef, they did something where they allowed reaction channels and other people to review the music for a month or so and then took it away, but then released it again when a lot of people were complaining. That was like their test run to see how much revenue they would gain. This might be my conspiracy mind. Allegedly, speaking allegedly, I think what they were doing was trying to see how much revenue they would gain off of each creator in total. They seen the amount.
And the worst part is that you have some that are just, they have a larger platform than others. So naturally, they're going to generate more revenue than others. You have some that have sponsorships that add to that. I mean, there could be a lot of reasons why. You have some content creators that may only have 20,000 subs, but they get, 50, 60,000 views. That's going to dictate how much revenue can be generated in their videos. But I think it's safe to say that, at least 90% of listeners, will listen to a music reaction first or hear a breakdown before they even think about buying the song. I mean, you got the diehard fans that are just going to buy your music no matter what, including Drake. He has diehard fans that are going to buy whatever the hell he put out, no matter how much of a trash, garbage piece of crap his music is. But they're going to buy it. No one's stopping them from supporting him financially. Why is he trying to put a whole kibosh on all of these music reactors that actually create this content, independent artists that do this for a living, over one song? Drake, go take your ass somewhere on to Canada and sit your ass down and go read a book. This is so insane.
Of money that they could make from other reaction channels as well, or other creators, independent artists doing reactions, or even cover songs. Cover songs is going to be a huge issue. It's going to get really messy.
I get hit all the time. It's already messy. I just don't talk about it.
I got 2 strikes right now.
Yep.
If I get 1 strike, I'm gone.
How can I get monetized off of reacting to music? What my thing is to help out any content creator, and not every channel does this. The moment I listen to a song in raw, just listen to a song raw, right? The moment I react, I'll edit it. I'll go on my editor and I'll chop the react. Like I'm reacting, I pause here and I react, and I'll dial it back 5 seconds. So I'm not counting 6 seconds every time to pause and then react. I'm not like.
So I love Quality React. Shout out to him. I am definitely subscribed to his channel. He's subscribed to mine. I'm just honored. But what he's saying is he'll pause it and then he'll take the song back and rewind it. Like that was kind of, I know for me that was one of my themes. It's like if it blows my mind, I'll rewind. I used to play the song, let 15, 20 seconds or whatever go through, maybe even a little longer, pause, give commentary, and then rewind it back. But Quality is saying basically he does the same thing, but after like 4 or 5 seconds or 6 seconds. So if you're able to put that time into doing that, you know, yes, by all means, try it out. But I know for me personally, you know, I still don't have time to do those types of reactions like that. And then still risk the channel being taken down, because UMG, they don't care if you know, only play 3 or 4 seconds at a time. They don't care about none of that. If they hear the song, if they hear the music, they're gonna have your video taken down. And now for what? One crybaby named Drake. Oh, go to your room.
All right, let me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. Make up a reaction. I'm not making up a reaction, pausing every 6 seconds. Wherever I react, at what point in time I react to the song, I'll pause it there and then dial it back 6 seconds before. And that way, whatever was beforehand, I don't know, whatever beforehand is going to play there, and it's going to go 6 seconds into my reaction, if that makes sense.
UMG is trying to do and move massively behind the scenes because it has an impact not only on reaction channels, but on artists themselves.
Drake is technically winning. He's not winning the battle against Kendrick, but he is winning the battle against like the music industry war, where not only are you scared to have freedom of speech, I can't say what I want to say if we put me in a lawsuit. I also cannot react to certain music without having my channel being
taken down.
I'm not surprised by UMG being reactionary to say, well,
my Quality just had that realization of just like that oh shit moment. I feel you pain, Quality. This is why a lot of reactors have stopped reacting. I know the Carter family, Stevie Knight, a couple others that I just so happened to see in the comment section of Knox Hill video that said the same thing. They stopped doing music reactions a long time ago, or if they talk about the music, they don't play the music, but they'll give commentary about it and their thoughts on it. And people are still asking, you know, well, why aren't you playing the song? Because you won't be able to see the video. Because they're going to block it. They're going to take it down. You know, and as a content creator, and you're investing time, money, and energy into the content, I'm not saying my videos are the most perfect ever, but it's still a progression here. I mean, it takes some sacrifice and having to at least pay for some StreamYard and internet just to get to where I am now, and then be blessed with this $400 studio that my supporters have helped me either through gifting Amazon gift cards or just buying the items, you know, in and of itself, because they enjoy the content. But is it fair to expect my supporters to, you know, donate to me every time I do a video? I mean, it's something I want people to freely, you know, do on their own accord. I'm broke as shit, y'all. I have to budget check to check, and it's hard being, you know, I'm a single parent, and it is what it is. But at the end of the day, you know, I should be able to do content and give commentary, and even if I'm playing a song here and there, I'm still able to make that video, that content, my own creation, and then have my content reaction still different from other reactors, you know, and have a good time and just enjoy the music without having to worry about the whole video that I've just put time and energy into doing a reaction for is now not either, it's not monetized, and I get no revenue out of this when I'm paying for services to even create the video. Or gets completely blocked or taken down, and now my channel is at risk of being removed. There's people, we don't create channels just for no one to watch it. So of course you're trying to get views and you want people to enjoy the content. That's the reason why you're on YouTube. But it's a mighty high price to pay. You know, all because UMG is acting like a bunch of spineless cowards. Because Drake. Reasons. Like, it's ridiculous. So I'm just gonna play this out, and you know, you guys make sure you hit the like button, keep this video in the forefront. You know, I want to be able to continue to work towards this platform. I'm blessed to have the supporters that I have, and hopefully be able to look up one day and hit 50,000 subs. The whole point is to have it growing and to be able to put out great content that people enjoy. And then preferably one day I'll be able to do this full time. But until I get there, you know, I have to be strategic with this. And I think a lot of other reactors are having this moment because, you know, this is their whole channel. This is their livelihood. And it sucks. UMG is just being dumb right now.
If we're going to have a reaction community, if we're going to have any of that, then let's have some ownership stake in where this music is being put out. Because remember, they were putting songs out via Instagram, Drake and Kendrick, that is. So now, think about how much money, because they made hella money, hella profits off of that beef last year. But just think about how much money was missed when you go look at 616 in LA being uploaded to Kendrick's Instagram first, or Drake's Buried Alive, or as much as I hate the song, Tailor Made freestyle being released on Drake's Instagram. Think about how many hits those Instagrams got, how much traction, how much traffic was guided strictly to Instagram in a way that UMG was not able to monetize on.
So if you,
but you know, here's my thing with that UMG, you're really gonna lose money now because people will not be buying your artist music, because a lot of listeners, like I said, will watch a reaction video first to gauge the comments, to see the commentary, to gauge the feedback before they even go and buy the shit. The diehard supporters are going to buy it either way. But a lot of the supporters, listeners that are kind of in between, you know, they're not necessarily diehard fans, but they probably will buy it if it's good. They're going to check out a reaction video first. They're going to see what people are saying about the song and the music before they buy it. And then, like I said, it's free publicity for your artist. It's so stupid. A lot of the information now are on these platforms when it comes to tour dates and previews and music videos. All these things, you know, are put out on these platforms. I might go out and go buy a song or two because I hear a lot of positive feedback about the song. I might be willing to go to a concert or two if I'm able to see, you know, how well the artist is, how creative they are with their talent, and as well as the showmanship. You know, you have some that are just entertainers. They can put on a show, even if they're not the best of singers or rappers, but they have just great shows. They're entertainers. People will just go for the pure entertainment of it, but they might gauge to see what's being said about the music first before they even put money into it. The diehard people are always going to be there. But the ones that are kind of straddling the fence are the ones that will come to Instagram and YouTube and TikTok to see what the buzz is around the music before they put their money into it. So now you're going to lose all of them because they're going to be like, screw it. We have these artists, they might not even know what the hell they're doing if they're not able to go on social media where everything is now marketed, heavily marketed on social media. UMG, it's so stupid. No one goes to UMG's website to listen to a song. No one goes to UMG's website to buy their music. Most people are going to go and stream from other platforms either way. It's not going to come directly from UMG. So you would think they would just say, all right, listen, we'll chalk it up and allow the reactors to get some of the profit and revenue here, do a profit sharing. But, you know, understand that the hardcore, diehard fans of people like Drake, they're going to buy his nonsense either way. There are people like me who just don't like his music at all, but then some are just kind of in between. It depends on what the song is. If they like it, enjoy it, they might go out and go buy it. But you're pushing those people away. And there's a lot more of those people than you think. A lot more listeners that are always straggling on the fence that might not be diehard fans, but they might go out and support the song depending on if they like it or not. The end. It's that simple. No different than a movie. I don't see the Marvel Cinematic Universe making these types of moves. I mean, it's so dumb. So, and that's another one. You can't react to none of this stuff. Oh God. All right, let's finish this out.
You see your favorite creators not uploading any content. If you see people just disappearing, because it's going to happen, channels are going to get shut down. Yep. Musicians are going to have a hard time posting their work. I want everybody to know what's going on right now.
I might need to go be a school teacher, boy. I'm kind of smart. Fuck this YouTube.
All right, shout out to the Black Alpha. You guys make sure you check out his, channel and content. And this is another thing that I'm a big believer in, the camaraderie and being able to, help push other content creators' music to the forefront, because that's part of, that community of a billion users, is being able to help, spread the message about other content creators as well. I mean, there's a whole lot of things to talk about, and it's one of the reasons why I pivoted into the topics that I have. But sometimes that music is the one thing that binds us all together, and it's just sad to see UMG making such a boneheaded decision, all because Drake had feelings about something regarding a song that he could not come back with a decent, diss track on. All you had to do is do a better song. No. You've proven that you have no talent. You're just a big ass crybaby. Go to your bro. All right, that's all I got. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all of you all that support me here in the Lady Luck Club. Please consider, becoming a member and check out the other great content on the channel. It is unfortunate that I cannot do music reaction videos, but it is one where right now would be very, very difficult and challenging to do, knowing that the content, the video is probably going to be taken down and then cost me my entire channel. And I don't think anyone that supports, the content creators, including myself, if you're a supporter here, will want to see the channel go away. I mean, some sinister people in the world, you never know. But for the most part, your supporters want to see and enjoy the content. The last thing anybody should want to see is people lose all of that time and energy and the investment in having a platform and have that just vanish in 3 strikes. So to those who have supported me here, I appreciate you all. I thank you all. And it warms my heart, because there are a lot of content creators and reactors out there you could be listening to, but you chose, to listen to me as well and to support me and to subscribe here. This is not just happening to me. There are just other content creators that have a larger platform that had to walk away. They've said, this is enough. We're not going to do this because we're tired of losing our content, and we can't lose our channel after all the hard work they put into it. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Hit the like button and share and subscribe and become a member. Check out all of the great content here on the channel. To the next one, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.